We're here with the legendary tattoo collector, Georgie.
Hello, sir.
Only 15 years you got on you.
Yep, 15 to help my alcohol addiction. Instead of drinking alcohol, I did this
So
to get the same rush.
Yeah, so the question is, are tattoos addictive?
Yes, they are. Very addictive.
Man.
For me, it's the pain.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoy the pain.
I feel like no one says they dig the pain.
I dig it. I love it. It's to me, a lot of it too is like my mind over matter, like
Okay.
how I could not feel it.
Yeah.
Just get into a spot in my head and just not feel it. But yeah, because with my drinking, it was always painful. You know, getting in trouble, getting hurt,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and the thing of like, I don't know, just the rush of it, the rush.
How'd you start getting tattooed? What age were you when you got your first tattoo?
Well, it was in 2009.
Okay.
2009 is when I started. Like I said, how this one was my first tattoo.
Yeah.
At United. It's because I wasn't drinking anymore. Because my wife had tattoos. She already had 2 sleeves before I got mine. And she told, "Come on, get one." I guess I could never decide what I wanted,
Okay.
and I just didn't want to do. I was an asshole drunk. I just angry and stuff like that. So basically, no, I didn't want to do it. But then after I stopped drinking, I'm like, I don't know why. It just seemed like it would be cool to do.
You don't seem to me like the indecisive guy. Maybe because you're in this deep and you got a bodysuit now, but I don't even have to even ask you what you want. You're like, I don't think you said yes to what I drew today. I just,
that's what I love. See, that's what I love about tattooing is like, I'll give you an idea or so, and then you just, because you guys are artists, you're artists, and that's, I never picked color. I've never picked color unless it's, well, if I want a black and red. But other than that,
right.
I go, it's your, especially because the people got to pick colors to go with what's going, around it and stuff too.
And if you're collecting, that's nearly impossible.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know, like, I'm going to get tattooed, or you're just going to have one lone hand tattoo?
I thought I was just going to get one tattoo.
Oh.
And once I got it, I couldn't stop. There'd be like, in 1 month, I was getting like maybe 2 tattoos, 3 tattoos at a,
just fiending.
During I was just like, I couldn't get enough, especially with the Instagram thing. You're seeing, because I go a lot from the artwork people do,
Yeah.
and then I'll go from there. But if I see something I like, I want to do that and stuff, and I forgot what I was talking about.
You're on Instagram and you started finding tattooers. Yeah.
And then I wanted to collect them. I wanted to have them tattoo me. And I was saying how I was going to the San Francisco convention when they had all the invitational ones. So it was a great way. And I love the whole, because I was into music too. I love the music scene and all that. But this is a whole other family of people that have different interests and different things, and it was just, I loved the family of the people. Like I met you 10 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was when I walked in. Say, I was like, it's been like 7-8 years, and then we saw the piece of flash. We're like, no, it's been 10 years.
2016. Yeah.
Your goal kind of became like, all right, $300 to $500 tattoos, fill in, just palm size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, how some people they gonna draw that tattoo and it's too big. It's big, and I gotta go with it because.
Yeah, you don't have that many big
them.
ones because of that, huh?
No, the one on my back is the biggest one.
He got lucky. He got a good spot. He got a last spot, huh?
Yeah. Well, that I didn't have that much on my back. No, I did along the top and stuff.
It looks like it was drawn for that space. He just took the whole space, right?
Yeah. He was excited.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it is either. I think it's not. Maybe Chad. He used to work at Port City.
Okay.
The one in Long Beach there.
Okay.
By the traffic circle.
Yeah.
But,
too many tattoos.
Sometimes it's hard to remember, because Especially when, well, like with you, I was telling Sean, I'm like, oh yeah, he did this tattoo for me before you got there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, and I did this one too. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm lucky that you remember me.
How can I not? How can we forget you, Wayne? You're your own personality. You're a very good personality.
Did you
just
find
your
me?
Aura.
You find me on Instagram or YouTube? YouTube probably. I assume YouTube.
No,
Everyone's YouTube.
No, it's probably Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Instagram. And I think because you were at Gold Rush too.
Yeah, I did that.
Because
Like
I said, my wife, that's where she would get from.
Yeah,
calling.
so maybe you found me when they shouted me out for a guest spot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And like I said, I was in the Krampus thing. I got about three or four Krampuses on.
Good timing on my part.
So yeah, I wanted a crap, and I saw that flash. It's like, see, that's what it is. I see something, and boom.
So you're 69 years old, right?
69.
Horny
Stay
number.
alive.
Horny number for sure.
Yes. Born in the 1956. Wow. Lived through the 60s and 70s.
What was your earliest memory of tattoo?
Ha! My as a kid, we lived in Compton, and my mom and we would take the bus down to the Pike in Long Beach. And I can remember walking by the shop.
Burke Rim's on the Pike.
And hearing that noise and
Wow.
seeing the people in there and stuff. So that was the very first time I even knew anything about a tattoo.
What'd your parents tell you? Like, oh, it's bad stuff? Or
My mom's cool, so it was no big. In fact, I remember the guys kind of like Googling after her and stuff.
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff. Yeah, my mom was hot. So yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah, I remember that. So that was my first thing, and then in high school, I hung around with biker guys.
Oh yeah.
One of my best friends, his brothers were all bikers, and they would do the handmade tattoos. You know, the homemade machines and stuff like that.
But you weren't enamored by it. It didn't catch
No,
you.
my friends got tattoos, and I think because I didn't like needles, I was afraid of needles.
I'm still afraid of needles. I don't like going to the hospital freaks me out, getting shots, all that's
really?
weird. Yeah, I trip out.
I was afraid to the point where I actually kicked a doctor once when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I got in big trouble from him and from my parents. I think I was like about 5 or 6 or something like that. Yeah, I was scared to death of needles.
I feel like it's a scary thing for me. It's like the idea of like how deep they go and like
they're gonna push it through. You think too much.
dude, that's the story of my life.
There you go. Yeah.
That's the story of my life. Yeah. But I think like taking my blood, it's like, like don't take it's weird to me. It weirds me out. Heebie-jeebies, you know?
Mine is more of that. I'm picturing this pain. Something that's going to be very painful.
Yeah, it's not a painful thing. It's
But
just
it's
a
not.
weird thing. It's just an odd thing.
I've never looked at that way.
But tattoos are painful.
Very painful. But I told you I like the pain. But it was like like I said, when I remember my high school friends, they used to go to what's that place in Fullerton?
Tattoo shop?
Yeah.
Classic?
Classic.
Yeah.
Used to go there with them and stuff.
Wow.
I wouldn't get a tattoo.
Wow. Did the art ever catch you? You're like, man, that is cool though.
Yes. Yeah. Especially the wizard ones and those, because this was during the 70s and stuff. And so the wizard ones and then the cartoon style ones, you know.
Right, yeah.
And then the few hands.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, that's
just all
cool.
the classic stuff. That's
It's such a trip how late of a start you got at it.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good thing though. Like you got really good tattoos at a really good point.
I didn't do it just like, when a kid, you
if you
have your friends do them too.
Right. Can you imagine if you got covered back then? You'd be bummed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have, because now, like I barely have space now. Like I was saying, some of my butt and my head and the bottom of some of my feet.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. But I could get fillers.
Yeah,
I
that's
can get
true.
stuff
Yeah.
like you saw how I had those ants.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll start doing like second layer stuff like
I will, yeah. I
Yeah.
was telling you that, yeah. Yeah, because I never got into Japanese tattoos. And that, for some reason, I didn't. And both of my
armpits?
armpits are the Japanese style tattoos. But I like that style, you know, especially the dragons and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So yeah. So I'd like to
It just
cover
requires so much space, such large scale, you know?
that. I think maybe that's why I never did, especially if you really, you know, you go tradition, you know, with the,
Yeah.
you know, the cut. You know,
I feel like if you're into Japanese, you're gonna get at least a sleeve. It's never like just the imagery.
yeah,
you know?
I mean, you got the chest right here, and it
Yeah.
comes down, and then, you know, and then stops.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hard to commit to any style.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I never really did that for I never put that on me. I just, what the tattoo flash that I liked. And then the artist too, because, you know, everybody has their different styles and stuff like that.
But you definitely gravitate, like, definitely to like either fine line black and gray or American traditional. It seems like that's what's taking over your whole body.
That's definitely what it is.
It has to have like a strong. You look for strong imagery, and it has to have an outline.
I
on
like
it.
bold.
Yeah, everything you have has an outline for sure.
Yeah. But, well, that's the whole tattoo thing. It's the whole.
Yeah, true. So let's take it back a little bit. Like, tell me about what it was like growing up in Southern California.
Oh, I was lucky. We got to grow up when, you know, like you hear parents say, "Don't come home till."
That's kind of was me, like a latchkey kid.
till
They
the
say,
lights.
yeah.
In fact, I was lucky. My uncle lived with me for a while, and he showed me how to ride cardboard down
Like hills and stuff.
grass hills and shit. He showed me how to ride a bike, how to play baseball, because my dad was into that kind of stuff. So yeah, I grew up in
Wow.
Norwalk, California. Was just a regular kid. And then when I got into junior high, I went to school in Artesia, Fay Ross.
Okay.
And that's when I learned about cholos. My dad always talked about the pachucos and stuff, like, because he was a pachuco and all that stuff, but I never really knew anything about it.
Right.
And when I went there, I'm like, oh, my people. Because there was
That's cool.
I was a little Mexican kid in these schools and stuff. And so from there, I was just like hooked. So I was a little cholo, 7th and 8th grade, and I got busted for reds. I got kicked out of school.
Damn.
I got kicked out of the district. Los Angeles Unified School District kicked me out. They didn't want me anymore.
So what was the high school experience like? What was going on there? That's where the story gets juicy.
Well, right after that summer, my parents sent me to Mexico City to live with relatives.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was cool because it was in 1970, so the Olympics was going. I mean, not the Olympics, the World Cup was going on there.
Wow.
So, and I never really knew anything about soccer. So I learned about soccer, and then I learned Spanish again. You know, I spoke it when I was a kid, and then I learned more when I was there because my parents stopped speaking Spanish. That was another thing, because it was like, it wasn't cool to be Mexican then.
Right.
For some people.
Right.
But
they were just trying to assimilate, you know?
Yeah, especially the neighborhood. Like I said, I didn't see Mexicans until I went to Artesia. You know, that's where all the people that people from LA would come, and then they live there.
What a blessing it was to have to get in trouble and end up in Mexico City then. How cool is that?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. But then for school, I was in Boy Scouts then too. And so a lot of
Little Cholo Boy Scout.
I was a Cholo Boy Scout. I remember one time my Cholo friend saw me in my Boy Scout uniform, and I was so embarrassed.
Not cool.
Oh God. I was like, that was the worst thing. But for high school, because a lot of the people that are in Boy Scouts, they went to Catholic school, and they went to it's a high school in Bellflower. It's called St. John Bosco.
Okay.
They're kind of known for their football team. They were always in CIF and stuff like that, and they have a dormitory there. And so I got to.
So you're living in the school?
I had to live there in a dormitory at this church.
Whoa.
And
what was that like?
I hated it.
Getting spanked by nuns?
No, it was all priest. It was all boys' school.
Ooh.
It was all priest. The dormitory, you couldn't talk. You couldn't say a word in the dormitory. You couldn't talk to each other or anything. Every morning you went to church.
It seems like that kind of stuff doesn't seem like it it seems like it pushes people away from religion. Those places don't sound fun.
Especially the Catholic religion, because the whole thing behind the Catholic religion, the way I was brought up and see it, it's all, you're doing wrong. You're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. You got to repent. You got to say, your Hail Marys, your Our Fathers.
It just makes you an anxious person. You have all this trauma and OCD associated that trips you out, right?
It screwed me up.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude.
Yeah.
And then they have these ethic classes that you got to go to. I used to get kicked out of these classes because they said I asked too many questions.
So if you can't comply, it's just fucking.
And
not
I've
gonna
never.
work.
Well, I remember when I was in 4th grade, one of my teachers, she gave me, and Mrs. Robinson, I'll always remember.
Wow.
She gave me a book, said The Nonconformist. She saw that in me then, that I don't go. I go the other. Everybody goes this way. I'm going to go check out that way. So yeah, so it sucked, and especially because it's all boys.
Yeah.
So it's a whole weird, a lot of macho stuff. It wasn't fun, especially because of the church stuff.
Yeah.
But I only had to live there my freshman year, and then my sophomore and my junior and senior, I got to go. With just I just went to school and have to live there.
I think because of where I'm at, I have a bit of a bias confirmation where everyone I know that came up like that. I mean, I'm agnostic atheist guy.
Okay, I got you.
Right? I'm not very spiritual in any regard.
No.
But I think so. Then the friends that I have maybe also aren't. So the friends that I have that came up Catholic kind of have that story.
Yeah,
I don't ever have
exactly.
I don't have like I never heard the good part.
No, it wasn't. It
Right.
wasn't.
It's working for a lot of people. So I don't know who these people though.
I got the best story, dude. This is what messed me up.
Okay, I'm ready.
Right here. When you had to go to catechism, right? And you do your Holy Communion. Well, that's the first time you take the host.
Okay. The little crisp
That
thingy?
little wafer. So I go up there, and I already had weird things about eating certain kinds of foods, texture and stuff. I think too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, they put that thing in my mouth. I walk back to the pew, and I'm like ready to puke.
Yeah, it's like no flavor though, right?
It's nothing. It's no flavor. I put my hands like this, and I spit it out on the floor. I thought I was going to hell from that day on. I just spit Jesus.
Oh yeah.
A piece of Jesus on the floor.
Oh man. Damn. Little Jesus crisp.
So I think I've always, and because my wife, her religion, she was brought up was Pentecostal.
Okay.
But not the speaking in tongues Pentecostals.
Okay.
The rattlesnake Pentecostals.
Oh man, I was gonna ask, like, are there snakes?
Yeah. No, those people are crazy.
Yeah.
They're fun.
That seems like fun.
That'd be something to see live. So her idea of religion is that it's good and it's happy and it's gonna help you and it's gonna make you feel better. Where Catholicism is not.
I think it's good if it's like if you're on that hunt, you're on that search and you find your community, but it's not good prescribed to children. It should be
my daughter.
More of a choice.
We didn't go to church. We let her make her own decisions and stuff.
I like that.
We didn't bring her up any that way or nothing.
Yeah.
It was because I think you should be able to make up your own mind.
Yeah, you're gonna find it. Like, it's like when you're before the age of 6. Like, remember that whole Jesus Camp documentary? Remember that one?
Which
I think it's called Jesus Camp.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's like, I think they target these children that are like before the age of 6, because that's when you can kind of mold them, and like that's when they're learning what truth is, and that's like if you can get it into them before 6, you can keep with them for life.
You could do them with anything, basically. Right.
Yeah. That's kind of cool about the Amish is that they make you go out and party, and
I know they let you go out and do your thing. Yeah.
And you can't join until you're 18. If you want
to come back, you can come back.
But you can't unless you're 18. You have to be an adult and make the decision to come back.
Yeah. Then you can grow the weird beard. And
right.
stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, but at least you know that everyone that's doing it, like that was their choice. I mean, they are facing alienation and like not being with their family, but they still chose it.
But you're living in a community.
Yeah.
You know, you got your own little community. Mm-hmm. You know, it's got to be. It seems like everybody cares about each other.
It seems like for every bad thing,
anything that's organized.
Yeah, for everything that's bad, there's also another good thing. And it's gotta weigh out on the better end for you.
That's what my whole thing was about religion, the organization behind it.
Yeah, it's hard.
You start going to church and you'll see, oh, wait a minute, that person does this. This person's doing her and doing him, and and it's all of a sudden you're seeing reality.
And the excuse is always like oh well that's a man, that's a flawed man, that's not God. It's like, well, I'm going to his church, paying him money, listening to him talk.
Yeah.
And now I can't trust his words. So then why did I come to begin with?
Yeah. It's like I asked too many questions.
Yeah.
I asked too many questions.
Same.
And the way we went to church, my parents would give me a quarter. Yeah. Me and my sister give us a quarter to buy the paper, the Sunday paper, and then they'd come and pick us up and bring us back home.
Yeah.
While they slept. That's how I went to church. Yeah. Yeah. They dropped us off at church when I was a kid and just left us there.
See, what even going?
Because they didn't want to go to church. The only time they went was Easter.
They're just hoping that the church does disciplining for them, so they don't have to do it. Type of thing.
I think it was just that's what you did.
Wow.
It was a thing what you did because it wasn't a big thing in my house,
Weird.
where I've seen like how my wife and how her family, everything is brother so and so or sister so and so, and wow. Thank God for that, and all that. It was like nothing. My grandparents weren't religious. My grandfather was a Mason, so.
Maybe they're just trying to do the right thing. They're like, what?
Like I said, they were doing like the whole thing with not speaking Spanish to us. I stopped when I was 5.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to fit in, and that was weird. I don't know.
It's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And you weren't, basically that was, you had to fit in. And that's the biggest, well, you still have to if you want to be part of something, but
it's not as big a deal anymore. Like, even like you said, your father.
You have more choices now.
Well, like you think about like when you say your father was like a Mason, like that was a big deal. And now it's like these fraternities and communities, they're not really important anymore because connections are they're just the internet, right?
Yeah. Or the people are getting old and they're not bringing in new people.
Yeah.
Too. I saw that in churches and stuff.
Did you ever almost become a Freemason or doing that stuff?
No, my dad did, but I didn't. I was. After going to Catholic school for those years, I
it's just another thing.
Anything to do with the Catholic religion?
Yeah,
nothing.
So then you turn 18. What's your first job? What's your story? What do you do after that?
I worked at the Red Onion.
What's the Red Onion? The
Red Onion was a restaurant at it was by the Cerritos Mall.
Okay,
and it was a Mexican restaurant. Mm-hmm. And it was like chain restaurant. And I was a salad boy. I worked in the back and made the salad. The girls would come back to the waitresses and say, I want 3 blue cheese, 1,000 and a French, and then 2 orders of tortillas.
So you're just banging out salads.
I was banging out salads and steaming up tortillas, man. And I was good at it. I don't know why. I have you see how I forget shit. I was forgetting shit then. But I had it down. I was making good money too doing that. And then I didn't want to do that anymore. I cleaned carpets for a while with one of my neighbors. He built like one of the first steam machines and shit and stuff like that. That was cool. And then I got into construction. I got in the Carpenters Union. First, I started out as a truck driver delivering the material. Yeah. And I was in the Teamsters then. So I was lucky. I was always making good. When I was a Teamster, I was making like $26 an hour. And I was
back then.
And I was 20 years old.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then
what would that be adjusted inflation now?
I don't know, but it's
like
probably
$60.
That's a lot of money, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, I was making big money.
Wow.
It was tough work. I'm delivering drywall and then trashing out the jobs and stuff and going upstairs delivering, bringing drywall upstairs and stuff. Yeah. Or stacking it in elevators to take it in to the building. So,
Did you enjoy that work?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it because you got to see what you did.
Yeah.
What you did for that, just like a tattoo. You
could drive by a spot, be like,
I go off all through LA. I did that building, that building, that building, that building. Yeah. I loved it. The whole kickback part of it. It was a weird though, because it was a lot of country. It was still a lot of old white guys when when we were doing it and stuff. And I would bring my radio and play KXLU loud and shit and freak out people and piss people off and stuff, you know. Yeah. But it was, and plus I was in the union.
Yeah.
I'm making good money at this. And so, like I said, I was able to retire at 55.
Damn.
55. Yeah.
It's an American dream.
Yeah. Yeah. My body's beat up a little bit, but not as much as I see none of these other guys that had to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
It's backbreaking work, especially hanging that drywall.
Damn. So union took care of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I was glad that I did that, and I started young. So,
and then shortly after you start getting tattooed, like that's kind of.
And then I retired. I owned a flower shop for a couple of years.
Yeah, you casually mentioned that.
Yeah.
Break down that.
In Costa Mesa, we owned a flower shop. My daughter was working in flower shops, and so my wife and I was retired. And she goes, well, let's buy a flower shop and give you something to do.
Trip out.
So I learned how to do billing and all this stuff, for the taxes and everything, and
pain in the ass, not the fun part.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You're like, I just want to cut flowers and hang out
and talking to people. Yeah, the whole thing for me was talking to people on the phone because I don't like talking on the phone and stuff. And you got to take their word. I would get all nervous. My anxiety would start kicking in. I'd be sweating and stuff.
Oh man.
But it taught me a lot. It taught me, how that I could do stuff like that. So
that's cool. How long did you guys do that for?
About 2 or 3 years.
What did you do with the business?
We had to just bankrupt it.
Oh
yeah. It just wasn't.
Damn, rough little chapter.
And that was like in 2000. I think it was. We closed in 2008. I think it was around 2008.
That's the timing for that. Huh?
Yeah. The economy was just sucked.
How do you feel about? Is living through that or is our economy right now feel similar to that time period, or are we better off right now? What are you feeling like?
People are screwed.
Yeah.
They, like how you're saying, like the money I was making back then.
Yeah.
And no, that's worse.
Yeah.
Especially California.
California is a hard place to make it. Yeah.
There's so many taxes. Well, like how you said, Arizona gasoline was what?
$2.40.
Yeah. I just paid $5.45.
And then that's representative of everything across the board, yeah.
Everything in California is more expensive. Look, after the fire, they can't even rebuild these homes because they can't afford the permits.
Yeah. That's a big thing. You can't even build anything. Like, it's just,
everything in California is restricted. Oh, you can't because there's a little flea that we got to protect and stuff like that. It's just, it's look, the oil companies are leaving California.
Yeah.
They're saying, see, they're spending over a couple $1 billion so they can move.
Yeah. Like, we'll find oil over there.
Because, no, the refineries, because their workers can't afford to live in California.
No way.
They can't.
That's more of an oil company problem, can't afford to pay. They can afford to pay their fucking workers. They just don't want it. They know the workers over there will do it for less.
Evidently, they must be paid good because I would think that's all union work too. Because I used to work, we do construction work, building the offices, the one off of the Arco that was off the Long Beach Freeway there.
Okay,
I used to do work there to build offices and shit, and they had strong unions there and stuff. But I didn't know how much they made. But it's sad, but I love California. I can't
leave.
I can't leave. Family's here, and it's just I love the weather.
Oh, dude, it's the weather. That's really, we talk about like California culture and this and that. What it comes down to is we have the best weather.
We got the weather, and
it's like, and you think that doesn't matter until you turn on the news and you see the weather everywhere else right now.
Yeah,
dude, you're in shorts right now. We're killing it.
Exactly. Yeah. We got the Santa Ana's blowing. It felt like it was 80 degrees today.
Beautiful outside.
Yeah, because I've been to Virginia, Illinois,
I always
Kentucky.
So I didn't live through. I mean, I lived through 2008, 2009. I was young. I was just becoming an adult at that time. I wasn't really aware of any of it. I didn't read money before. I didn't really need money then, and I started making a little money tattooing some years after, and now I'm faced with feeling the economy stuff right now because now I'm adult now, right? Now in that, I just chalk it up to like sunshine tax. Like, it costs twice as much to live here, but we have twice as many good days outside, and that's just the cost of living here.
I like that sunshine tax.
You know what I mean? That's kind of how I've chalked it up to.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm blessed I didn't know about a time before because I don't have much to complain about. I just know about now.
Well, yeah, you're only as smart as unless you study history and stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's California. It's sad.
It's rough.
It's sad.
But it's also dig this, right? You don't turn on the news, go outside.
I started doing that. After Clinton.
Yeah.
I stopped voting. I was Mr. NPR, KPPC, KPFC. I listened to the farthest left you could go in those days.
Once you realize it didn't matter, you're like, you know what?
And you know what? It was just tearing me up because I care too much and I think too much. So it was just like killing. And my psychologist says, stop. You got to stop doing it.
It's only there to hurt you.
And that's what it is. So I stopped.
And so with that, you go outside. The weather's perfect. The birds are chirping.
You go. Yeah, what's going on in France? I can give a shit. It's not happening.
You're not there.
To me.
Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm here in L.A., El Sereno, just hanging out.
Yeah, so with that, it makes it kind of like, as long as I can pay my bills, I'm good. It is hard to pay my bills.
Yeah.
But they're paid, so I'm kind of good. So right now, things are good.
See, I was lucky. Yeah, because you guys, I have that retirement, and my wife has a really good retirement working for the county and stuff. So we got it made. We got enough money.
Yeah.
We could spend at least 20, 30 grand a year just to blow it. But we don't. We're just living off the interest right now and stuff. So
smart, yeah.
It's I haven't had to stop anything that I did when I did work. So
yeah,
and it's
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to start putting money in a Roth IRA and all that stuff. Yeah,
you gotta have some kind of retirement. You gotta,
Yeah, that's the problem, especially with tattooing. It's like it goes just as fast as it comes. It's like non-existent. It's just like, and then to be accountable for all of it too. It's a tricky thing.
Yeah, because you own your own businesses,
Yeah.
so the taxes are even worse because you have more write-offs, but then you got to pay for more because of all the different papers that you got to fill out, the different forms you got to fill out. I remember my wife doing that, being a court reporter, because she actually worked for the county, but then they also considered her a contract worker.
Oh, so she had to do her own taxes.
So she had to do her own taxes and stuff like that.
Everyone's just trying to get by.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's got it figured out.
You can't figure it out. There's nothing to figure out. You just go. That's why I call it the game of life. It's a game. You just go along with the game.
Yeah.
Play the game, and you'll be all right.
Do you think there's an element of luck in this pick your own adventure book? Like picking the right path? Like,
yeah. I've learned that with the psychologist in my brain about picking right paths. Because I used to, think one way, so I would go down this bad path, and now my brain is thinking different ways. And so now I'm going down these new paths.
Yeah.
And I'm a nicer person. I'm not such a big asshole.
I'm glad I met you when I did.
Yeah, I wasn't drinking then. Yeah.
How many years sober?
I think it's going on 2008 is when I stopped drinking.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's like...
So flower shop.
During the flower shop, yeah. And then I did that it was about a year after the flower shop closed, about a year after.
So what was scratching that itch? Like, you stopped drinking alcohol, you're struggling with that. Now you have tattoos, right? But what was between that and tattoos? Was gardening? What were you doing to kind of scratch that itch?
It was healing because I broke my femur.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it took months.
That's a long heal. It's like a year plus,
dude,
right? Biggest bone in your body.
It is the biggest bone in your body, and what happened with me is I had to have another operation a year later because they put the hardware on the outside of my femur through these. And they showed me I got the X-ray and I'm seeing it. They've got all these screws in nothing. There's a void. There's no bone there, and it hurt so bad. It was painful. I used to have to get cortisone shots in my leg and in my knee.
How did you break it?
I was running away from cops.
Can you tell that story? Are we allowed to tell that story?
I was running away from cops. I was in a hotel. That's when I was drunk, go to these hotel parties. I was drunk. And I got mad at the people. So I picked up a rock and threw a rock through this big giant window and busted it. And then all of a sudden, I see these cars coming around me. And I'm like, walking really fast, like, oh shit.
A little nervous power.
A little nervous, but I'm like, I can get away. So I see this chain link fence covered in ivy. And I go, I'll just hop over it. And I'll get away. Well, it was a 20-foot drop.
No way.
20-something foot drop. I landed on this foot, shattered my femur. My leg was going the wrong way. I wake up to this cop shaking me and going, "Can you sign this ticket here?"
So what happened? The ambulance came.
Ambulance came. Next morning, they did the operation.
Really?
And I was on morphine. And for 3 days, it was, I was healing. But because I was an alcoholic, after the third day, I don't know. I don't remember what happened. I was gone for a couple days. They had me all tied up in the bed. I was screaming and yelling and cussing at everybody. I thought I was in rehab. I was just a mess.
Wow.
So hearing that, people telling me that, and I just I stopped drinking.
That was the wake up call.
That was it. I finally hit the wall.
Whoa.
Because like I said, no one liked me. My family didn't want me around. Like, they wouldn't invite me to the holidays. George can't go to Christmas or birthdays or anything like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't even go to my niece's wedding.
Fuck.
That's how much of a fucking asshole I was. Damn. But now I'm happy, George.
Damn. I'm so glad you found sobriety. So
me too. Or else I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I'd be dead easily.
So what did you replace with? You started smoking a bunch of weed? What'd you do?
Well, I didn't do weed or anything because my wife says you can't do anything. You can't drink and you can't smoke.
Right.
And she had stashed all my weed and all my
because you gotta have something. You gotta have some kind of.
Well,
right?
that's what. And I was cleaning the garage. No, I was out there. I had my nephew was cleaning the garage for me, and I. He found some weed that my wife had stashed.
Yeah.
So from then I started smoking, and then I couldn't. I love weed. I started smoking weed in the 7th grade. So
wow.
I love it. Grow it. I do everything. I make tinctures out of it.
Did that help at least?
I think so.
Just having some vice.
I think so. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like and plus too, because I was like 55 when I stopped. So. No, how old was I? I had already been through everything. I did the coke, I did everything, the partying, all of that. So it's kind of like, I don't see how young people today can stop because of it's hard. Everything's alcohol. If you don't notice it until you stop drinking, especially the holidays, everything's about alcohol and having fun and doing this and having friends and having fun when you're drinking and doing this.
But it's always been that way, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's any different, really.
No, but you got to be around it though. See, before you were part of it, so for me it was like, I'm not even noticing it. But once I stopped, I was like, oh shit, this is all I'm noticing. And where people go, hey, let's go and have a beer and let's do, and stuff like that. But I am so proud of myself because I could not stop anything. I wanted to stop drinking for years, so that I stopped doing this. I could see that I can stop.
Yeah.
Stop something if you really want to.
Yeah.
And I never fell off the wagon or anything. Never. Only in my
amazing.
dreams. I have dreams that I'm drinking. And it's the weirdest thing. I'll tell the people, I go, well, this is okay because I can drink this beer. This beer is okay to drink.
Oh, wow. Any crazy old drug stories from back in the day you could tell? Anything that's not too wild? They're all pretty wild.
No, the very first time I smoked marijuana was my friend. We were over his house and his older sister, and her boyfriend. They were breaking up pounds of weed,
Yeah.
and so they gave us these stems, and the stems were hollow. And we were in seventh grade, so we would go down in the sewers.
What are you doing?
Underneath the 91
Ninja
freeway.
Turtles? What are you doing down there?
There was a big, it's nice and some big. We'd go down there and smoke weed.
Yeah.
So the very first time though, we were smoking stems down there.
In the sewer?
In the sewers. It went all the way to Artesia Park. You could go take that sewer all the way down to Artesia Park.
Damn, Ninja Turtle. That's what Ninja Turtles are doing down there. That's why they want pizza all the time. Damn.
Yeah.
Not to subject change too much. Do you have any interesting tattoo stories you want to share? I mean, I don't know if you remember any of them. You got too many tattoos.
Just my Jack Rudy.
Yeah, the Jack Rudy
My
one.
Jack Rudy in color.
I'm gonna try to film that one. He said that was one of 5.
Yeah, 1 of 5. Oh, Jack Rudy. Wow. In color. Took about 5 hours. Started at about 2 in the morning. He liked to start at night, late at night. He'd be closing the shop, and then he'd be in there, and then you go back in his office.
Night shift tattooer.
He was the coolest guy.
Yeah.
That really saddened me when he died. It's like out of nowhere,
Yeah, he seemed like he was healthy.
Yeah. And his wife is the nicest person too. They got a museum at that shop.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, yeah. He was into crumb too. We were talking about crumb earlier.
Really?
Yeah, he was really into crumb.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never been to the Anaheim shop. I'd like to.
I see Strem.
Oh yeah, Cole Strem. You know Cole?
Yeah, I got this from him. My
Oh, Mad Magazine one? right
yeah,
there?
Alfred Newman Krampus.
Stand up for that one too.
See? I was always Krampus. I went through a Krampus thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Go Cole. Yeah, Cole's where he's going. He's leaving, huh? California.
Yeah, he's going back home, Milwaukee.
Oh.
Cole's a good friend. I love Cole.
Yeah, he's a really kickback guy.
You know Cole did my back?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you my back. Let me see. See if I can get that on camera.
Whoa. Yeah, he's a great artist.
Yeah, he's sick, huh?
I like the shading. You got lots of room, man. I'm jealous. I want some of that.
I know. I've gone through. I've slowed down.
How have you not filled up?
It's kind of like I got tattooed really quickly when I was 18.
Okay.
I like blacked out my leg, knee down. A lot of my leg was done. My left leg done.
You blacked it out before you had anything on it?
Yeah, I got into the heavy black work because I got into the heavy black work before everyone else got into the heavy black work. Yeah. I blame it on like body piercing. It was kind of like a lot of piercers.
That gotta hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, but it was just, I don't know, it was just different. I think that when I first got into tattoos, I kind of wasn't, I don't know. So when I first got into tattoos, I knew I wanted to be tattooed.
Yeah.
But I didn't like know what tattoo style I liked. I just knew I liked tattoos. And I think when I saw the heavy black work stuff, it was so different and out there and full coverage. And it felt like, man, that's fully tattooed.
That's a commitment.
Right. And I think I liked that. I think I liked that people didn't like that. I think I liked that it was less common.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when I was like tattooing out of the house, I kind of tried to like do that and it healed like shit and had someone fix it up. And that was before I was even tattooing professionally. So when I became a professional tattooer, my right leg is pretty much shot, left leg. And then I think it was like from 18 to 21, I filled a lot of room fast.
Uh-huh.
And then I started going, oh shit, I'm actually gonna finish soon.
Yeah.
And that kind of freaked me out.
Yeah,
And
especially because you're going to different places, you're meeting all these different artists. And
there
stuff,
it is.
and
There
trading.
it is.
I mean, that alone, oh God, I live for that.
So I started like Instagram comes around. I start like really looking at Instagram 2012-ish,
Okay.
And it's like you get a tattoo on a slow day from a coworker or a bootleg of this thing. And then fast forward a few years, I'm friends with the tattooer that did that thing. And I'm wearing the bootleg of it. And then I start being able to 2016, 17, I start traveling a lot for tattooing. And I start to go, oh man, like this whole world of tattooing has gotten really small now. And I don't want my story to be over. I don't want to be out of room right now. So I start lasering off stuff.
Yeah, I noticed on your arm you had.
Yeah, so I started lasering that arm, started lasering my hands. And I was like, I want to have like another go at this. And even that was just like, man, the laser removal is rough.
That's what I heard. I heard it hurts. It really hurts.
I blister up every time. It's gross. It just.
And how many times they got to hit it too?
It's not easy. It's not quick. That's the thing. It's like you have a good tattoo, you get laser, you leave and it looks worse. And every time you go, it just looks worse and worse and worse until eventually it's almost gone.
Yeah. You just see like a very shade of it or something.
And so it just feels like a shit deal, Like it seems like
it's not real. I wanted new skin back.
Yeah, right. Like it's just
you can't make it like new again.
No, and some things can't be lasered. Some things just get like they'll blow out and get darker, get worse before they get better.
Oh, really?
So I don't know. I started getting laser, and so from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
Jeez.
I'm barely getting tattooed those years. I'm lasering the arm here and there. And I start collecting on like little ones on my front, ribs, get on my back. I start doing that stuff. So that way my arms will be blank and I'll be able to go at it again. And I've now kind of given up on laser, I think. I want to get back after it, but I also don't, I don't know.
And you could do cover-ups. I mean, there's some people that are really good at it,
Yeah, but the thing is with cover-ups is that like you're settling for the cover-up. You're not getting what you want.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, because you're limited.
You're limited. That's a hard thing for me. So it's like I want to get what I want, not what
will work there.
Yeah. So I don't know. I battle with saying like fuck it, just start putting stuff everywhere. I battle with saying fuck it, black it all out. I battle with
I like when they do the white over the black.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah,
I have some of that.
That's a cool look.
I have some of that on my leg. I don't know. It's just hard. I feel like I tattoo people the way that I wish I was tattooed. Like I kind of get my kicks out that way, where like my favorite tattoos, the ones that I've kind of done, but I wouldn't want those for me. I don't want to get my shit on me.
Do you think about the artist that you want to have to tattoo you or just,
So that's it right there. So now I'm at this point where it's like, I say I want to get tattooed by an artist. I really like their work.
Yeah.
And I want their work, not my work. I want what they do. Right. So it's like a who, a where, and a when. The why doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck why I got tattooed. But it's just like, I really love this artist. And then, this is a cool time, or I'm on vacation, or I guest spot and traveled out here. And then,
well, that's why when I was going to the conventions,
exactly. So I just got like my head done back in October in England by Sway. And, I loved his work forever. I've collected his art. And so I was like, I want to get whatever you want to do on top of my head.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to be a good collector. And so I made suggestions what I wanted, but I'm like, I honestly am down. I want the tattoo that you want to do.
That's exactly like I was telling you today. You're like, what? Just draw something on me and tattoo it.
I want the cool one. I want the one that's in your portfolio. And be like, I'm the guy that has that one.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So we did a big dragon on top of my head, and I want to go back, get the back of my head and the sides of my head from him and stuff like that. So that's a goal. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have him do my head. And I just got tattooed by this dude, Will Geary. Have you heard of him? No. There's really like, I don't know how to even describe Will's work. It's like really black and kind of tribal, but it's kind of its own thing. He did my
But not
ribs.
the tribal design.
I don't know if I can speak for his work, but I'll show you what I got. I'll show you what I got, and then you can kind of articulate how you want to articulate it. But that's what I got from Will.
Wow.
I don't know what that is, but it's rad.
Whoa. It looks like a dragon with
It's
big
kind of a face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With lots of horns.
Yeah.
I think that's the devil.
Yeah.
That is cool. That's see, that
I wouldn't have thought of that.
that's somebody's style. That's somebody
Yeah, and that's his thing.
That's
so,
it. Yeah. That's why I like the collecting.
So it's like the idea of me wanting this cohesive thing is just like not possible. So now I just want to get like, okay, I really like Will. I really like Will's work. That was a cool time. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's how I want to be tattooed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about the story, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being in the shop, talking the shit
Yeah.
and stuff, and just the experience.
I got this one from this tattooer, Dustin. We were in Costa Rica. We swam out to this barge and we tattooed each other on the barge, right? And I got Pura Vida on my, he tattooed it on the water. And it's like in Costa Rica, you know? And it's just like this little tattoo on the side of my knee. It's like the coolest tattoo ever.
Yeah.
But it's because the story.
Yeah.
It's where,
The
it's
memories,
when, it's who,
the
you know?
Yeah.
Let me see right there.
It's
It's rad, right?
There you got.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let me see if I can get on the camera. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can make this happen.
The tattoo camera.
There we
There
go.
it is.
There it is. And then Cole did the parrot right there.
Parrot.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Cole's the man.
Yeah, I follow him a lot on Instagram.
Yeah, really creative, like
Yeah, the way he mashes stuff up. He brings
yeah. Like the Art Deco kind of style.
Yeah.
The girl faces.
I got I think one of those clown when he was doing the Halloween mask thing. I think I got something like that.
I love the way he shades stuff too. He doesn't just put black in something. Like he really finds patterns and routes to things. It's really interesting to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Cole stuff. Yeah, that's right. So Cole, that's where you brought up because Cole painted that back there. He gifted that to me with the Hanya dragon thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Cole.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of I just want to get tattooed by cool people at cool times in my life, and I want to have cool memories, and I want to do what we're doing right now. I like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's what I love. Yeah. And like I said, how I just you tell me what would look good right there and stuff now.
But it's kind of made me like, in a way, I think when I started getting stuff lasered specifically, it was so difficult.
I think it'd be worse because then I'm like, I would keep thinking, okay, I want to put this there. I mean, because it's like precious space, and I want to do the right one there.
That's it.
So you'll never get one there. That's how I would be.
So that's what slowed me down, right? It was like I was getting tattooed so fast, and I realized how fast I could get covered. And then when I started getting stuff lasered and realized how hard it was to get rid of tattoos, how permanent tattoos were, then it really dictated the value on. It made me value tattoos in a whole different way, and also like what you get. Like if you got tattooed when you're 18. Like, you know what I mean? It's not, you have to be okay with yourself, okay with your story, and it'll be okay with telling it. And it's just like the things that you want then aren't the things that you want now.
That's a lot, yeah.
You know?
That's what the cool thing, like how being older, you know.
Yes.
I already had, you know.
That's
my
why I keep telling you.
mindset
I love that. I love that. I think that's so cool, you know? And so, I don't know, even if I just started like maybe 3 years later, like once I was already like, I don't know.
You never, yeah.
It's hard too because you meet some people that only have good tattoos, and it's not even them. They're just lucky. They met the right artist the first time, or their friend knew what was up and brought them along.
Blows me away is people that just go to one tattoo artist.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't. That doesn't.
There's also no way to have that cohesive look without doing it that way.
Yeah.
Like it looks best.
because of the style, you want the whole thing, the way they shade, the coloring and the shading,
There's no question that shit is like, that's the way to do it, but you have to just be decisive.
I get more out of it, and what's so cool about it is that people, when they're tattooing me, they're like, oh wow, I better do this right. I get like special, more special attention and stuff, because of detail and stuff.
Well, we're a big company. We're like, oh shit, this one's clipped.
Yeah, not very many people want to get a tattoo around this guy.
Yeah.
Because I've asked people and they're like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've tattooed. Yeah, I've tattooed up. I've had some people say, "Fucking tattoo it." Like I'm like, that's pretty close to that Dr. Lacra and Ed Hardy's. I don't know if I want.
Yeah,
come on, you know.
I always had some guy. I go, well, just do something right here, and he's like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I thanked him afterwards. I'm like, dude, thanks for not doing that.
Yeah, maybe you have to do something kind of like behind it. Keep the flame in front of it. Let Jack blast over them. Have their thing go kind of behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Blast over. Yeah, his fire.
Little blast under. That's a trip that he was a night shift guy. He was a night tattooer guy. That's a hard thing to be, especially like older, especially being married. Like that's a hard thing to do.
It blew me away.
Yeah.
It blew me away. But yeah, he's a night person.
Wow. I'm not. I want to be home and chilling.
To be, but no.
To me, it seems just like unhealthy. Like I want to be not at the shop. I'm a morning guy. I want to tattoo like not that early, but most tattooers wake up at noon. I like to tattoo my first appointment at 10 a.m. I did a 10 a.m. appointment before I came to tattoo you today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that's a little different.
Most shops don't even open till 12 and don't usually do start till 1:30.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why you said 1:30, huh?
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. Usually because, okay, give them time to do this and, you know.
Yeah, no, I was you said 1:30. I'm like, all right, cool. And then my buddy hit me up, wanted to get tattooed. I'm like, all right, get you 10 a.m. at Norco. So I went and did that, cleaned up the shop, packed the orders, jammed Unite and Win, and tattooed you. And now we're here.
Now we're here.
Yeah. Trip out. Do you do you have any like from collecting? I think one of the fears I have is that getting a good tattoo by a bad person or a bad experience. Have you ever been let down, or you just been lucky this whole time?
The only letdown is like when they don't have a personality.
Oh, it's just they're just the Instagram.
They don't. It's like you know, because we like to talk, you know, I like talking back and forth and, you know, joking around and stuff like, and then some people are just
business.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look at you like, shut up.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're in it for the social aspect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's the more I love the culture.
Yeah.
Of tattooing, behind the tattooing.
Have you ever been to someone that had like the headphones in, the pen, like silence, like treatment tattoo experiments?
I had this guy, and he had a little studio, you know, a little room he was renting somewhere.
Yeah.
And he had this beautiful pit bull.
Yeah. But
the pit bull was crazier than shit. I mean, just couldn't stop moving and jumping and touching and everything. And I'm gonna get a tattoo from this guy, and I'm like, this dog, he's got to do something with his dog. It's just gonna keep knocking into me and hitting me. I'm gonna fuck it up. He just kept hitting that dog and hitting that dog, and I'm just like, oh, whoa, shit. Yeah. That was like my worst tattoo experience. Like, damn, this little, and yeah, he did different. It was something different and cool, you know. But yeah. So luckily, mostly, I've had so much fun getting tattooed.
Yeah. So the dog was crazy, but the dude was crazy. The dude sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't. He was real, and he did. He had the headphones and shit.
Oh.
Like that. Yeah. That's what I'm like. Oh, okay. So I'm just a piece of shit here.
So it wasn't a color tattoo.
So I'm just here to get. No, it wasn't.
I know. Isn't it funny the stereotypes in the tattoo culture? Like it adds up for real, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
What was one of the best times? Besides the Jack Rudy one, obviously me. What are some honorable shout outs?
I don't know. It's hard to. They've all just been really. I've had fun. I've had lots of fun getting them. I couldn't tell you. I'll probably think about it later.
All right, last question. What's the most painful spot you've been tattooed in?
Right on my crotch. That one I showed you, that spider.
Yeah.
From dancing.
It's a rough spot.
That, and then too, my armpit with the shading.
I felt the armpit wasn't that bad.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, because it does the shading that he got in there, that black shading. Just for some reason, it's just, I was like, dude.
But easy to heal, right? Doesn't get dry, doesn't crack.
It healed great.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them, yeah.
Yeah. That was an easy one for me too.
Yeah.
I felt
that was the worst.
That was my
That, and right here, too. I have one that's right on the inside of your foot.
The feet are gnarly.
I couldn't even keep my foot. It was luckily I knew the chick that was doing it, Sodi, and she was just laughing the whole time. I mean, I'm like, we're both trying to hold my foot down, and it's just like jumping around. Like,
nightmare.
There's no way. It's like it was its own little brain and its own self.
Damn.
That was the worst. But it was fun at the same time because it was,
So you're like, hey, don't worry about if it's not perfect. We're just trying to get through it.
There you go.
Yeah. What a trip.
It's always that damn shading.
Yeah. Oh, so you think the shading hurts more?
I think the shading.
Ooh, that's a rare take, I think. That's a rare take.
Yeah.
If you're watching this right now, comment below. Lines or shading?
Yeah, really. No, I love the lines. Because I picture it in my head what's going on. When you're tattooing.
I feel like lines are so sharp and concentrated, and like you can kind of feel exactly where it's at, right?
It feels like a knife, but it's just like a knife that's melting your skin and it's just going along.
So brutal.
But when you're shading, it's like someone's got a wire brush.
That's
and
fair.
Going real quick, especially when people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'll take the wire brush.
You like the wire brush instead of
because I just feel like
the knife, the hot knife, huh?
Hot knife melting skin sounds worse than brush.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Have you had any like really out there experiences? Like you think about those like downtown LA, like private weird tattoo. Any gimmicks? Any funky weirdo tattooer experience?
Nah. I'm trying to think. Not really.
Have you heard of this newer tattooer named Glory Hole Gary?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you heard about him?
I heard he sticks his hand through the hole.
That's right.
I might, and you know what? I got a spot on my butt where I can get one from.
You think you can get your cheek up to that hole?
I could.
Oh shit. Okay. I might be able to get you in touch with Gary.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start following him on Instagram.
We'll see. His books, I don't know. He's got a lot of books. See if they open up.
That's sweet.
Well, you know what? I didn't really ask you about radio. We skipped past your whole KXLU.
I forgot about that. I was a DJ.
You've had so many chapters in this life.
That's cool. I've done a lot. I'm very glad of what I've done in my life. That's something I never thought I could do that. Because I grew up loving the radio. I was like that Ramon song where you got the radio underneath the blankets and stuff like that. I used to, because it was KPPC was before it was K-Rock. It was KPPC, and it was in the basement, so that's where the term underground radio came from.
Oh shit!
And it was commercial free. And they played all this music, and I was like, I had a piece of paper taped to next to my bed, and I would write the bands that I would want to
look up
and get the albums and stuff like that. I listened to KNEC when it was just a rock station. It wasn't heavy metal. I remember when there was no heavy metal.
Wow.
There was no such a term as heavy metal. I remember, and then when in the Grammys, when they first heavy metal, Jethro Tull won the first Grammy for heavy metal.
The flute guy?
The flute guy.
The fucking flute guy.
I loved him too, but I'm like, this is not heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and then I was a KUCI for probably like at least 10 years.
How'd you even get in?
I listened to the radio station, and I would call the DJs and bug them.
Really?
Yeah. And one of them says, you could be a DJ. Anybody can be, you just got to take a class. It was like a 2-week class or something like that. You take this class.
Some kind of broadcasting?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty simple, but I was scared the shit out of me because I don't like taking tests or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did it, took the classes, and then I took the test, and then
What does the test entail? Just like don't cuss on the air?
yeah, they kind of asked like the history of the radio station, and then because the KUCI they had you play public service announcements.
Oh, so
and you
have
had to
that.
play those every so often, and then so you had to know how to. They ask you questions about that. It really wasn't that difficult because they go over everything in the classes and stuff, and then I did that, and until I moved to Orange, and then when I moved from Orange County to LA, I tried to get on KXLU. I just wrote a letter saying, hey, I want to be a DJ on this station, and that's when I lived in Echo Park. And one of the DJs lived right down the street from me, and so she talked to me, and and so she got to know me because they told me they thought you were some kind of freaky weird old guy that calls in all the time because I was that weird freaky old guy calling in all the time.
I was gonna say both can be true.
Yeah. I go, well, I really am, but I know how to tone it down and stuff. And so I got in there, and then so I was there for at least another 10 years.
Wow.
And then COVID came, and I stopped.
Damn.
Because they stopped broadcasting from there.
What's your favorite station? Which one?
KXLU was always my favorite station.
Yeah.
I grew up with that. That and KPPC.
What
And
was,
it was always on the left hand side of the dial.
what was your time slot that you were hitting?
I did fill-ins.
Oh, really?
So I anytime someone needed someone to do the show for them, especially because of school, they're doing their tests and stuff like that. So I would do that, and I would do 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
You're like, call me on there.
Anytime, yeah. I loved it.
Wow.
I loved it, and that way I got to meet more people too, because I would see the people that before and after, So it was great. And the people there were really nice. It was just a great environment.
Man, what a blast.
Yeah, it was. And like I said, I loved the audience. I loved talking to the people on the phone. That was the best.
And did you get to take your sticker door with you when you left?
No.
Oh!
No, that door. Yeah. God, I put tons of stickers on that door.
Damn, I was wanting that happy ending. I was wanting that door.
Yeah, even my daughter, when she was growing up in her room, we had a sticker door for her. I'm all about stickers. So my model room, it's like this. I got stickers all over everywhere and
Really?
models. Yeah.
I don't use them. I just kind of collect them like Pokemon cards. I don't
Oh,
know.
I loved sticking them on stuff. I just stick them on everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I have them, but I don't know what to put them on. And I
Put them all around my door. Put them on your doors alone. Just tattoo stickers. I've got boxes of them still because I've got like 6 of each, So I've saved them and.
Wow. Damn, that is kind of like the beginning of. That's how you've tattooed your body.
That's what I think I am. Yeah, I'm like a sticker door.
Here's a big sticker door. Damn. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming down.
Dude,
you don't make it down here very often.
No, I'm in LA. I don't go anywhere now.
I know.
Yeah, but this year I'm telling myself I'm going out and doing more stuff.
Say yes to more things.
Yes, go out. Yeah,
When's the last time you were in Riverside?
15 years ago.
Really?
Maybe.
What was it for? Do you remember?
My sister lives out here.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the IE.
Yeah, definitely the IE.
Was it scary driving out? It's the first time you've driven this far? Nah, no big deal.
No, because I've driven out here before. Like I said, when I was a truck driver, I did tons of driving.
Yeah.
So I always know where I'm going. It's kind of cool.
So your resume spans, man, like salad man,
Salad man,
right?
salad boy.
Yeah, you went from salad boy,
then, carpet cleaning,
truck driver,
the carpenters union, and DJ,
flower shop guy.
mushroom. I grow mushrooms too.
That's true.
I do my little models. Yeah.
Weird old guy calls radio station.
Weird old guy. Yeah, I don't do that. Well, you know what? Because I was a drunk. That's what. So I would get drunk and start calling these people and pissing them off. Some of them were cool about it, and some of them were like they wouldn't answer the phone. Because I learned that too. You start writing down the numbers of people you don't want to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Blacklist them.
Yeah, you definitely have a blacklist. Because some listeners are.
You need to start. I know this is silly, but you need to start posting more on Instagram. Post your gardening. Post your clothes.
I know. I used it for
models. Post your models.
I used it for my
radio
show and tattoos that I got. Yeah, I barely post it all on there.
I want to see.
That's something I should do too.
Yeah, I've been following you forever.
Yeah,
but like I want to see some stuff on there.
Something new. All right, just for you.
Yeah. I'm the core audience.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Good times, dude. Who did the tattoo on the flat of your ear up there? The little fetus devil.
Can't remember.
That one held up really good.
Embryo, my little devil embryo.
Yeah.
There.
That one looks really good.
You know, it sucked because I was like, oh, cool. He's gonna have the machines. That sound's gonna be right in my ear. Mm-hmm. He had one of those pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some guy in Montebello, Julio. I can't remember. He's still around.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of it too. A lot of guys they're not around.
How do you feel about getting tattooed from like a coil machine to a pen style machine?
I like the sound, but whatever the artist is comfortable with. Especially, I've noticed like a lot of people that do the single needle style, they like the pins.
Yeah,
because that's more like the the hand ones, the prison tattoo.
Yeah, machine. It is. Yeah, it's just a direct drive, just spins. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're doing a finer line, you don't really need a machine that has impact. Like it's kind of harder. Like when you have a coil machine with a really fine line, you have a really short stroke, or you turn a machine down really low, and it'll do a great job. But you don't really need a good tool to do that fine of a job. It's a delicate job. You don't really need something powerful.
It's just understanding how, what you need.
Different tools, different jobs. Yeah.
And the skin, the placement. That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you tripped out? Is there a lot more that goes into this craft than you assumed?
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's what's interesting too, because especially you, because you'll like talk about all, I'm doing this because of this and this, and have my bleeding and stuff.
Yeah.
My blood, my skin sucking up all the ink.
Yeah.
like a napkin.
Yeah. Yes, that skin's thin right there.
I love it, yeah. And then especially because all the different artists, I mean, the old-time artists and stuff, and the different styles. And, there's a lot to know about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad I found it.
I think it found you at the right time.
Yeah, we both did. We found each other, and it's been a beautiful life. I've had a wonderful time doing it.